Over across the way there is Mount Bora. That is the highest peak in Idaho. Looking over the Thousand Springs Valley here on a not very clear day, and I am on the side of Dickey Peak here. Was thinking I'd go up there, but instead I think I'm just gonna go part way and sit in one of these goat beds and do some breath work. Today about stock options, and a tip for your stock options to keep in mind, and that is to make sure that you're thinking about investment decisions just as much or more than tax decisions. So oftentimes in the discussion about your options, both with non-qualified and particularly with the ISOs, there's a lot of discussion about the tax effect and saving taxes. ISOs are designed to hopefully save you some taxes. But even with the non-qualified stock options, you may be deciding, hey, do I want to stay in the 24% bracket or exercise enough that I'm kicking up to the 32% bracket, or should I just wait till next year to exercise those and save the taxes? Same thing on the ISOs. When you're looking at the difference between the long-term capital gain rate versus the ordinary rate, and do you want to pay AMT along the way, loan that money to the IRS? So what I'd remind you is to keep in mind exactly how much tax you're saving and how that compares to a potential change in the stock price. So let's say, for example, that you got a $100 stock and your strike price is at $50. So you're looking at a $50 gain, whether it's a non-qualified stock or an ISO. And looking at a difference in tax rates, if we're looking at the ISO and you're at a 15% long-term capital gain rate, maybe you're in the 24% tax bracket, let's say. That's a 9% tax difference there. That's what you're looking at saving by delaying selling the stock till the next year. Meanwhile, you may have to pay AMT, loan some money to the IRS. And same thing with the non-qualified. If you're looking at the 24 to the 32% bracket, for example, 8% stock savings. But that 8% isn't on the whole value of the stock, it's just on the gain. So in dollars, on $50, $50 gain, you're looking at saving $4.50 in tax if you wait. And that is on a $100 stock in our example. So the question is, if the only reason you're waiting is to try to save taxes, then how much would it take the stock to change before you would lose that tax benefit? And it's about $4, $4.50. That's about a 4% stock price change. And in the market, as you know, with a single stock, that can happen any day of the week. So it's important to consider not just what the tax effect is, but how important it is to try to change your behavior because of the tax. Now, sometimes there's a bigger dollar difference. Sometimes it doesn't translate to a small change in the stock, the savings that you're going to get. But either way, it's a consideration to have, and it's one thing to consider when you're deciding whether to hold on to this stock, whether to exercise, or whether to just exercise and sell and bring the money home and make it yours. Thanks.